Here's the best way to set up a Google Doc to share with yourself. You might be setting up the Google Doc in your office, and then you're going to go home and try to open the Google Doc so that you can work at it at home. So, step one, go into your Gmail. I'm not logged in, so I want to make sure that I am logged in before I try to go into Google Docs. So I click on my Gmail account and log in. All right, there I am. Then I will look at the little grid up here and click on that little grid in the upper right hand corner. And sometimes docs will show up first. Sometimes you have to click on more and it scrolls down and there is docs. So you click on docs and it'll bring you to this screen. Here's some docs I already had in place, but you're going to want a new doc, and you can either type into it directly or copy and paste from another document. So I'm just going to click on blank doc, and now you'll notice that it is untitled, and I can rename. See, when I move my mouse over that, it gives me the option to rename. So I'm going to rename this Practice Google Doc. Okay, that's the name of my document now. That's how it's going to show up in the directory, in the Google Docs directory, which is on the Google server rather than your hard drive. So let's just put in the steps. One, log in to Gmail. Step two, find the grid and locate docs. Click on docs and see the option for new blank page. There will be a plus sign in the center. All right, then you can name your doc by rename option. Now start typing or paste in information from another document. After you finish typing on your document, and remember you can do the same thing with this document as you could with a document, a Word document that's been set up directly from your own computer screen. I'm going to now, let's see, the next thing I'm going to put in the list, the job aid here. After you're finished typing, then you're going to see where it says share. You can share document with yourself, which is private only to me, or you can share with a list of email addresses, or you can share with anyone or public access. This is the best to me because people have less problem accessing who really need to access. Like if you were going to share it with all staff, then if you go ahead and just make it a public access, then they won't have the link unless you send them the link. So it's still protected from the public seeing it. People are not going to be able to find it, but it is accessible to anyone that has the link. So after you click on share, then you're going to select edit for anyone, and that means anyone can change the document, or you can select view only. Anyone can see it, but not change anything in the document. Now, I'll show you, if you're just sending it to yourself, what this will mean. If you're just using this to share files, when you transition from home or from work to home, I'll show you how this works. And then after you've selected edit or view only, then you're going to copy the link address. And you know you do this with copy paste function. Then you send the link to anyone or everyone. Or if you share only with yourself, you can send directly to yourself from the doc and open it in your Gmail account. Then you can view in Gmail, or you can download the doc to your home computer. If you work with the doc in your Gmail, or as it is still on the Google server, the changes you make will be preserved. Okay, so now I'm ready to send this to myself. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right, share private only to me. So share, and I want it only to me, but I am going to leave it at can edit. And I don't need a shareable link. This is what I was going to show you. I don't need a shareable link. I can just say done. And let's see. I hope I'm doing this right. Hold on a second. Let me check again. I think I do need to put the address here. I'm sorry. I need to put the address in. I don't need the shareable link, but share with others. And I'm going to share this with brown.carola@gmail.com, which is, of course, my Gmail account. So now you see where I have the option. I can send it directly to myself. This would be my home computer. And see, I can change it that if I were going to send it to my secretary, if I had one, see, I could say view only and change it to view only and send it to that person, that one person. But I have the email address set to where I want to send it. So now I'm going to click on send. And again, if you were sitting at your office computer, you could now get up. You can hear my Gmail ringing on my phone. You could get up, go home, log in to your Gmail account. As you can see here, I'm already logged in. And look right here. See, here's the name of the file. Remember, we named it Practice Google Doc. And it's set invitation to edit. So I'm going to click on that. And here's what is important for you to know when you get home. You can click on it and open it up and view the document while it is still on the server, the Google server. And you'll see down here that little green cursor, and see it's showing that Dr. Carol Brown's getting ready to type in this. It even identifies the person that's logged in and editing the document. So I can see how to edit my doc from my home computer, even though it was started on my office computer. Now, if you go back, you'll see how, you see I'm done here. I'm not going to save it or anything. Look right up here. All changes are saved in the drive. Now, if I go back to the Google Docs, let's see, I'm trying to think of a good way to get back there. I can go right up here on the grid, and I'm going to go back into Google Docs. I'm doubling back, you see. And you'll see, here's the untitled, this is one I had earlier today, but look, see, here's our document. And look, so, see where I edited it from my Gmail account? So whatever changes you make while it's still in the server, still in the Google server, whatever changes you make are preserved. See that little green cursor right there? It takes a life of its own. Now let's go back to the Gmail account, and I'll show you your other option. See, if you go into it here, you're actually going to change or add to or edit while it's resting on the server. But you could do this. You could say open in Docs, and then I could say up here under File, I could say download as Microsoft Word, and I click on that and it will let me download it. I'm going to save it to my desktop, and it's saving as Practice Google Doc. See, there it is. On Mac, you know, it shows up in that little arrow. But now I'm no longer on the server. I'm not on the Google server. Now I am simply opened up in C Word. So those are the options. Now let's back up one more time and let me show you how you can share with, say, everyone in the office. I'm going to click on share, and I'm going to say get shareable link. There's the link. Now I'm going to say, let's just say you can edit, you can view only. Let's say you don't want anybody changing it. So if you say view only, and you get the doc, see how I clicked on it? I'm going to say copy that link. And you could also enter in a series of email addresses. You know, that's an option if you wanted to do that. To me, it's just as easy to get a shareable link and send the link only to the people you want to have it. So I'm going to say done. And now I'm going to go back to my Gmail account. I'm going to open up, and I'm going to send this one to my ECU address, and this is Google Practice, and here is the link, and we'll just pretend that we're sending this to a whole bunch of people. And remember how I told you can make this live by highlighting and clicking on this little link down here that says insert link? That makes it live. Alright, so now I'm going to send. And I'm going to go into my ECU email, which would be like your work email in the office. Look, there it is already. So I'm going to click on that, and there's my live link. And if I click on that link, and there's my doc. And I'm looking at it in the Google Docs on the server. So I hope that that's helpful for you, and just practice a little bit, and I think you'll be fine.